Hey YouTubers, this is EMD SD14R coming to you live from the Keystone State. This is a product review slash technological advancement video of the Athearn Ready to Roll SD45T-2's. So basically I'm going to be comparing the older run of the Athearn SD45T-2's with the current run, which features the LED lighting and all those other features. So let's get started. Here's my Pacific Northern SD45T-2 number 7492. If you're looking at the details on this unit, it's highly detailed. Now, I don't think these details were, I think these were factory details because I looked under the underside. I think this was a bicentennial unit that was repainted. Obviously, it still has the grain wheat bulbs that were synonymous with Athearn. It has the Engineer L window right there. Doesn't feature any wipers, no MU cables, and a pretty generic plow as well. And then let's compare it with the current run. This is ER&W SD45T-2 number 9300. As you can see, separately applied air hoses and MU hoses, which are rubber. It's got the coupler lift bar, operating ditch lights, operating nose headlights. It features the deleted emergency marker light and the Mars lights, SP style bell, and just like the 7492 see-through fans. So yeah, Athearn has come a long way as opposed to you know, what they used to do with these units. Both units feature the see-through grills, but on the 7492 it has the older drive where you see the gear tower, whereas on the 9300 the gear tower is not there because it's the new T2 truck design that they came up with to make it more prototypically correct to the real tunnel motors. So I will show you guys that in a second. Let me just pick this unit up, put it back on the track. I just got really curious about this. I wanted to do this video for a while, but I just didn't get around to doing it. On the back of the unit is pretty generic. No MU cables and no air hoses and such. So I'm going to take the unit, take the shell off, I should say. This is what the standard drive actually looked like in these early run Athearn SD45T-2's and the SD40T-2's and so forth. And there's the original truck design. And this actually is where you would place your speaker. So your speaker would fit in this area right here. And if you look in the inside of the shell, that's how it's connected to the body. If you see that hint of gold right there, that gave me the idea that this was a bicentennial unit that was repainted by the original owner. Now I have two of the current run of the SD45T-2's here. One has sound and one doesn't have sound. So the one that doesn't have sound is the 9307, and the one that has sound is the 9308. So I'm also doing a comparison between these two here compared with this one as well. So if you look here, this is how the original truck design was for the rear, and that would actually be completely seen through the see-through grills here. So what Athearn did, if you look at the front truck here, come back here and look at the back truck, it has a it's pretty much, yeah, pretty much two front trucks on the chassis, which gives you all this free space to see through the side grills, which is really cool. And they also redesigned the inside of the shell where the mounting screw is there as opposed to that there. So here's the DC version. You have your 21 pin connector right here. This is your extra weight where you would mount your speaker. And the motor, if you actually look at the motor, it's actually an updated version of this motor here. So here's the older version. Here's the newer version. Flywheels are a little bit slightly smaller, but they still have the helix, the hexagonal gears. They still have the the wiring for the the wiring is very similar between the two. Well, actually, this is more refined. These are more like a plug-in for the truck wires as opposed to these, which are soldered on. So that's a difference there. Yep, the ditch lights, nose lights. And then here's the sound version. So there's the weight right here, and then there's like a metal plate under it, or I think it's a plastic plate. Could be wrong. I think it's plastic, but it could be metal. But you basically, the difference between the two is where that metal weight is. Here's your speaker, and then that weight underneath, or that, yeah, that's still left there. And there's your Soundtrack's economy sound decoder right there. Yeah, that's pretty much this, the differences between the three units. But yeah, I wanted to do a comparison video. Now, if you wanted to do a conversion of your older SD45T-2s with the newer drive, it's actually pretty simple based on my visual examination. First, you would have to remove this here, and then you would have to make a new, or take from the donor shell. You'd have to take that from the donor shell there and glue it here, and then you would just leave that one there. That would give you the new mounting points for the shell. And then what you can do is you can appropriately take off the plow, switch the plows, add DMU cables, and so forth. Oh, I also forgot to mention that the railings on the rear of the older unit have the extra stanchions right there, whereas on the newer units, those stanchions aren't there. So that's another feature that I forgot to mention. But yeah, pretty much they're all the same, except for that T2 design, which I think was a great idea by Athearn to actually finally fix that problem. I mean, because look at the benefits of it. You can see clear through the other side. That's how the prototype is. Now on the prototype, let me just bring it back here. The prototype, right to your left, right to your right, where the gear tower is, that's technically where you would probably see the alternator or generator portion inside. I could be wrong though, but that's definitely prototypically accurate. So I'm glad Athearn did that. Yeah, I was just curious, and I said, I'm just going to do a video about this. But it's really interesting how they did the differences between the two units. And this is one solid piece, whereas they separated the weight here. So it's actually two separate pieces here, as opposed to one giant piece here. So that's another difference too. So I probably will do another video if I can fit it in my budget right now, because I'm paying off school loans. So I'm saving up money to just, throw at that right now. So I can't really buy a whole lot of model trains. But if I can find it in my budget, I will buy a donor unit with sound and DCC probably, and convert this to sound and DCC, which was my plan to do anyway. And to get a better box for it, because that's the box it came in. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good either. But yeah, I might do a video like that if it's in my budget. So I hope you guys enjoyed this technological comparison video and on the Athearn ready-to-roll SD45T-2s. I might do more videos like these, because I think it's really interesting to see how the technology progressed from in the hobby for one particular engine. I think it's a really cool thing to showcase. Alright guys, so you be cool, God bless, and I'll see you later. Bye y'all.